Welcome to Cover Havoc number 2, Echo Fangray Warfare. So as a child, and you all know that I'm mixed, I'm about to show you something that's kind of sensitive. It came across my FYP. It took me a minute to find it. I showed you guys the one with Tweety Bird singing the 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indian song. Well, I found one that was equally painful and sucks ass, and it was Bugs Bunny. So back in the day, I guess, no one took mixed people into consideration. And I'm going to play this video at least twice. I want you to understand something. I'm not playing this to hurt anyone, but I want you to listen to what Bugs actually says and then think about me on this, because this is something I've had to grow up with all my life. And I'm sitting there. I mean, the video is really short, so I'm going to play it a couple of times. But when I see this video, I'm thinking to myself, how in the astro fuck did they get away with this? I'm sorry for swearing, but the question is legit. How did they get away with this? Tweety and Bugs. And I'm not trying to start any racial issues with Looney Tunes or whatever. But again, this came across my FYP by a young man of color. And I'm a Generation Xer. So, I'm not gonna cry about it, because it's done. Besides, the people that done created this cartoon and the voice actors are probably long dead. If they're not dead, they're probably looking like the Crypt Keeper. So, yeah, Tales from the Crypt. That guy. So, it's not really much I can really do about it other than show you this video. But I want you to understand before you show this video, this is a sensitive topic. If you are multicultural, please sit and watch it. I know it's gonna hurt your feelings, but tough it through, because what I have to say after it might be a little bit more important. So again, it took me a minute to find it. No, believe me, just like it took me a long time to find the one with Tweety Bird. And I'm sitting there like, Tweety Bird and them, it's still racist. No matter how you slice it, it's still racist. Because even though the Sylvesters are the Native Americans, first they have us all looking alike. And when you see this one, you'll be like, well, damn, this is just as bad. Now, Thanksgiving's coming. I know Halloween is coming. And I just want you guys to process this and then think about how many missing and murdered indigenous people go unfound, or even if there's any attention to it. If it wasn't for TikTok, I'm going to be honest, I would have never known about missing and murdered indigenous people, period. And I'm calling it people because in truth it's missing and murdered indigenous women and girls, but it should be missing and murdered indigenous people. Someone on native TikTok also pointed out that Dog the Bounty Hunter is part indigenous, and they were mad at him because he's not looking into this. Now, Dog's a little older than me, so I'm thinking, well, missing and murdered indigenous people has been happening for a fucking eon nearly. And since he's a little older than me, he should have been looking into this. I don't have the power the dog has. Hell, I have 134 of you who I'm blessed to have. But I fail to understand how other famous natives also aren't speaking of this. And I'm not full native, but I want to speak on this. So after you show the video, see the video a couple of times, I'm going to speak on this, and I'm going to hurt some feelings. But I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I want to make sure that I clarify this before it gets taken down, or before YouTube says, no, this is such and such. And it's like, okay, well, first, again, let me apologize. The facts are going to speak for themselves. This is a topic on racism, and I am mixed with Native, Black, and White. And it kind of messes me up seeing this, because I've gone through this all my life. And like I said, it took me a while to find this, as well as it took me a while to find the Tweety Bird one. So you can only imagine how mad I was when this came across my FYP. So, without further ado, let's piss people off. I tend to have a knack for it anyway. So, angle this damn thing.
One little, two little, three little engines. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little engines. Uh-oh, sorry, that one was a half-breed. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Injuns. 10 little Injun boys.
Now, one more time. Then I'm going to do the Tweety Bird one. I'm sorry.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Injuns. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Injuns. Uh-oh, sorry, that one was a half-breed.
Okay, you heard that, right? Let's go that one more time.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Injuns. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Injuns. Uh-oh, sorry, that one was a half-breed.
I don't know why I wouldn't pause. God damn it. I hate technology. One more time.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Injuns. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Injuns. Uh-oh, sorry, that one was a half-breed.
Okay. As a person of mixed ethnicity, I feel a little insulted that a cartoon like this existed in the first place. I also know that there's nothing I can do about it now, so I'm not like gonna go get a lawyer and raise a big stink about this shit. It's just the concept of this shit, plus this fucking song. I was brought up on this song as a child, at school, with kids who were black and kids who were white, running around singing this song. Pay attention one more time, and yes, you're gonna hear the half-breed thing again, I'm sorry.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Injuns. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Injuns. Uh-oh, sorry, that one was a half-breed. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Injuns. 10 little Injun boys.
And just how stinky is Bugs' feet. Here's a Tweety Bird one.
This is Kyle.
With an ad. Sorry.
To destroy board.
Even Granny's a little racist.
1 widow, 2 widow, 3 widow Indians. 4 widow, 5 widow, 6 widow Indians. 7 widow, 8 widow, 9 widow Indians. Little Indian boys.
Okay, stop. I think I got an update. Okay, I got an email. And I got, what the hell was that? I don't know what any of that does. Honestly, I don't. Just to get rid of that. So, can you imagine being 7-8-year-old James, aka Echo Fang Grey Wolf, running around with your friends who are white and black, and you not knowing that you are part of what you are singing about killing? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Indians, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little Indians, 10 little Indian boys. Now, even though they changed the words to Injuns, Injuns is another nickname that natives were called as another way to turn the knife. Now, just imagine how I felt when I got into the 5th grade and realized that I was part native. Can you just imagine sitting there and thinking how many years ago it was when I was out there with my friends in the field at Burnham Moran School during the race war of you can't be with us because you're not actually black, or you can't be with us because you're not actually white, because you're an H. Let me spell that for y'all because I don't like using the word. Honk, either E-Y or I-E. You figure it out. Go Google it. Now, there's a lot of things going on with native TikTok. We'll get to that in video 2. In fact, we'll talk about dog in video 2. This is about me and what we just witnessed. What we just witnessed was one of the biggest clusterfucks of life. Alright? That was self-hate being taught to me. Okay? Let's keep it real. That was self-hate being taught to me at the fact that look at my face. Look at my mixed native face. This is the shit that I need to talk about with native TikTok about self-hate. This is the shit where when natives are fighting natives over skin tone. Something else I've learned over the last couple of weeks about native skin tones. How you have light natives and dark natives, and you have full-blood natives and mixed natives. I am not happy. If anything, I feel more ashamed of myself than anything else for all the things that I've done before I found out that I was part native. Because see, when you see your parents, you don't see skin color. You see your parents. No. When you see other people's parents, you see their parents and who they are. Unless you're one of those people who just, yeah, well, he's black. You know, his parents is black. Or his parents is mixed or whatever. We're just children, you know, we don't really pay that close attention to detail. Not really. It's a tissue box. I'm going to bust it open and put it into recycling. You know, because Captain Planet. But, you know, when I look in the mirror and I see this stuff, this is another reason why when I promote movies like Black Panther or Shang-Chi, you know, because of my own non-represented ass. You know, the closest thing we have to any movies with anyone who's mixed native is Thunderheart with Val Kilmer, who I found out is actually mixed with native, unless Google has it wrong. And I don't put too much stock into Google, so we're gonna say that Val Kilmer is half native and let it go from there. But I want to talk about that video because I sit there and I think about my great grandmother Ada. I think about my grandmother Bay, and I think, you know, maybe my grandmother married a black man to seem like it would be worse to be native than to be black. But either way would be a clusterfuck because you can't change your race. Understand that. You can change your skin tone if you have enough money. You can change your race on paper if you have enough money. You can't change your race by blood because your blood is what your blood is. I was so mad at myself for growing up not knowing shit about my culture. I had my great-grandmother for 6 years of my life, but only in the summertime. Her other great-grandchildren, I guess, never really paid attention, and according to my Aunt Ruth, I was one of the only ones who looked like her. So, she may have had some prejudice in her, too. However, you have to understand that, one, you can't help who you fall in love with. And two, when you are of mixed ethnicity, you will have mixed children no matter how you slice it. Sorry, my hair is getting on my nerve. And no, I'm not cutting it. Might dye it, but I'm not cutting it. I'm really, really mad that there's nothing I can do about that cartoon. But we can do better. We can make better heroes for all ethnicities. This is another reason why, shout out to Theo Butler, why I agree with him on recasting T'Challa. No, this isn't about that though. But I want you to take a knee and let it sink in. That someone who's mixed was taught to hate part of his heritage, if not all of his heritages, in school and in the media. The only positive that I had as a kid who's mixed growing up, after finding out that I was part Native, I've always loved wrestling. So, my favorite wrestlers, you're not going to like them and I don't care. My favorite wrestlers, besides Sting and Chris Benoit, but my favorite wrestlers were Jay Strongbow, Chief Wahoo McDaniel. They were the only Native ones, except for only one of them was actually Native. Then there was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And then there was, and he's not Native, he's actually Japanese. And then there was Iron Eyes Cody, who I would later find out that he was not Native. Then I would do research about all these Western movies where very few people were actually Native, and how they paint Native Americans to be the bad guys in all Western movies. Not Western TV shows. Rawhide, Big Valley, those things, they did different perspectives. And a good perspective movie, if you want to watch anything that put natives in a good life, is Into the West. Because that makes natives look from the native perspective. There are other native stories. Amazing Stories did a native thing. Some other things did a native thing. And I will have to make a second video